Now, Prime Minister Honourable Jeremiah Manele has called for peace, disarmament and respect for international law at the 88th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Delivering his statement yesterday, Manele highlighted the growing global instability, rising conflict and inequality seen in countries nowadays. He said the world is overarmed and spending less on development which threatens peace and international cooperation.
8 years ago, in the aftermath of the Second World War, the world chose to build than destroy. The United Nations Charter is a covenant of hope, peace, and progress. It is based on the principle of sovereign equality, one country, one vote. The United Nations has since grown from 51 to 193 member states, becoming a force for development, human rights, and humanitarian support, giving voice to the vulnerable and inspiring global progress and prosperity. This is the proud legacy of the United Nations, a legacy that I pray must not only be cherished, but also carried forward with renewed vigor and purpose. Madam President, we meet at a moment of profound uncertainty, marked by deepening conflicts, armed aggression, widening inequalities, and the growing disregard for international law. The erosion of the United Nations Charter principles, the alarming return of unilateralism, threatens the very foundation of our multilateral system. We note the deep concern that the world is now overarmed, spending less on development, and increasingly adopted a militarized posture. We need to halt and reverse these non-peaceful trends.
He also highlighted the Pacific region's commitment to peace through the Ocean of Peace Declaration, recently adopted by the Pacific Island Forum.
My sub-region recently adopted the Ocean of Peace Declaration. It is rooted in the Pacific's collective history and culture. It is our collective vision for a resilient, peaceful, and a prosperous blue Pacific continent. We reclaim our sovereignty, support multilateralism, and a rules-based international order grounded on international law. This week, Solomon Islands signed onto the Declaration for the Protection of Humanitarian Personnel, noting that 380 humanitarian personnel paid the ultimate sacrifice last year. It is our collective responsibility to respect international humanitarian law, protect the safety of humanitarian personnel and civilians, and instill accountabilities for all in disaster and war zones.